to Shadows over Waterdeep. The group that is assembled is the Goliath Fighter, the half-elf warlock, the changeling rogue, a dwarf barbarian, and a half-elf sorcerer. As you have been listening, all of these characters, except for the dwarf, have made a showing. That said, I'm just going to not really recite too much as to what has happened before. I'm just going to leave it to you guys to tell me what your plan of attack into the Sunless Citadel is from your fort.
Well, is there another way that we hadn't checked yet? Because at the end of last session...
So, beyond the two doors, to the left or south, if you're looking at the map, is the pathway that led to the failed dragon priest, which was defeated, the troll creature. If you feel like you've investigated everything there and it's a dead end for you, then I would agree, tentatively. You have set up a defense for the north or right door with a hunting trap that was acquired from the provisions of Geist Lane. It's been set up near the door into the tower proper. Then there's a long hallway. The two doors have been cleared out. And then the door beyond that has been barred as a defensive point. So the first thing that you would be doing as you enter into the Citadel will be unbarring that door and entering into the Citadel.
that sounds good.
Yeah, it seems to be the only way to go, really. And I know that there was a lot of... I was up there last time when we burned all those guys up. And, there were a few doors we didn't really check out, right? A few little... I don't know what was down them, but we didn't really have...
There were two doors of importance that... or 3 points of exit out of that area that I'll remind you of, because you were there. So there's when you enter into where Meepo was found, that site where the dragon was located, there was a door on the north eastern side that had a trap set up for it as if they were trying to block anyone from coming in that way.
Yes.
You haven't gone through that door and don't know where it leads to. Then there was another door that when you opened it and looked inside, it was just a 20-foot long hallway, 10-foot wide, that had another door on the other side. But the door was locked from your side when you first entered it, and it looked like the door on the opposite side of the hallway was also locked as if it was barring anything from getting through. Not the way you entered into that room. And then lastly, there was a tunnel that seemed to lead down into the earth deeper. And you're already a few hundred or 100 or so feet in the earth. So it would seem that this passageway leads to something darker and possibly another series, depending on what you decide on doing after the Citadel.
Okay.
So does that mean it makes sense to go through that barred door?
One last note.
Go ahead.
In the hallway, the long hallway, there were two doors. One opened into an empty room that was populated with kobolds while you weren't there. And then the one below that was locked and has yet to have been opened. In the very first outing, Thanok tried to break it down with his might and failed doing so.
Okay.
So that door has yet to be messed with.
So then, what do you guys think? Let's go up to the north. Make sure nothing came back into where we already cleared out.
That's good. I can do that.
We got to get deeper in here sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys are just moving back into the hallway, so you should see the bear trap and the passageway that way. You can head into the long hallway. You do have a rogue in this group, I believe. So if you want to try and fiddle with the door, you can. It is still the closest undiscovered place.
Yeah, that's the one I tried to bust down, right?
And failed miserably at doing so, yeah.
I don't know if I failed miserably.
I guess it's perspective. Sure.
If the door doesn't open, you failed.
Yeah, I think I rolled well, but still didn't knock it down. That's how strong that door is. So, Bach, take a look at this. I trust your abilities.
That's a mistake. Which door am I taking a look at? This one up here?
Well, you guys would move beyond that door.
Go up into that northern hallway where we've already been and kind of cleared this out. It's all we've defended this area already.
Oh, I'm gonna need a torch or something. I can't see in the dark yet.
All right, I'll get my torch out. Actually, let me give you the torch I normally carry, the ever-burning torch. That way, you can, because you're gonna be in the back, or
Okay.
mostly in the back.
So real quick, who is holding light? Who is not?
You should go ahead and let Felix hold the torch. He's not going to be doing anything.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, hold that ever-burning
So
torch.
we're going to let Vox look at the door, and Felix is going to stand behind him, leaning against the other wall, holding the torch. So yes.
Okay. You should have torchlight now.
Can I also have a torch? Oh, I don't have a torch. All right, I'll just follow these guys. They have torches. It's fine.
I can light
Basically,
a torch.
the door to the south of me is the door
That.
we're trying to get.
Yeah, right there, Vok. Vok!
You want to give it a go?
Have we already checked it for traps?
I bumped into it, so you could check it.
No, it's fine. You bumped into it.
Felix looks at Thanos and he says, "Big man, over here."
So as you're looking,
You in the door.
as you're looking
Get
at the
ready
door,
in case anything jumps out at.
as you're looking at the door, yeah, I know you've slammed into it, but you didn't really pay much attention to like the features of it. So it's a stone relief carved door. The door is marked with a dragon-like fish that's swimming amidst kind of just faded etchings of water. And from inside of the chamber, you can hear the sound of running water.
It might be partially flooded.
Is this like a historical symbol, or is it I guess like an arcane one?
Neither.
I think it's
Related
a warning.
to elementals or demons or
Neither.
anything like.
It looks like a dragonish fish, like a deep sea kind of fish, like an angler fish or something. Very draconic looking
So it's
in
like
water.
more of a logo and not a sigil.
Or yeah, an artistic like flair added to this structure.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So it's decorative. I gotcha.
Yep,
It's a stone door, right?
correct.
That's what I thought.
It does have a door handle and a lock, of course. If you do
Romance the stone, dwarf.
to
Oh.
I just sneezed so hard that my headset fell off my head.
that'll happen.
Well, at least you were muted. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I got there just in time. All right, yeah. So I'm fiddling with this door.
So thieves' tools, dexterity. So a dexterity check with proficiency if you're proficient, or expertise if you're really good at it.
Ugh.
Okay,
It's
so
average.
just a note, we only have 2 rogues, and this is the first time I think you played a rogue in the Martian style games. For lockpicks, to kind of ensure like a penalty for retrying, so for this lock, you're for any purposes moving forward, you have disadvantage on trying to open it because you failed, and your lockpick set has a total of 10 quote-unquote picks. You've burnt 1.
All right, so it breaks every time.
Every time you fail. And if you fail by more than 10, then it'll break 2. And again, anytime you fail at it the first time, you have disadvantage. Basically, the goal in this is to, if you're messing it up and another thief is like, oh, I want to do it, you can go ahead and try and like assist them, and they might be better at it because of learning from your failures.
Okay. I'll look to the rest of the squall and say, I didn't get this door open. And unless any of you can help me, I probably won't get this door open.
I have no... Man, that's not my thing.
Thanok, as they're kind of talking and such, you are kind of looking over to the door that you're going to move through, which you probably were in on the moving of like wood and timber to kind of build the beam that's been placed to kind of hold the door shut. The door does open outward after a manipulation, but you are pretty certain you hear something from the other side of the door as you're kind of standing there. It sounds like conversation is being had on the opposite side of that door.
Is it this door you're talking about? or this
Yep.
door?
The door you just pinged first. Yep.
I would move over and put my ear to the door and put up a little like shh thing to everybody else.
Okay. You can make a perception check. Again, it too is kind of a pretty heavy door, so you don't really hear much through it. Having rolled a 7, you just are pretty sure you heard something on the opposite side while no one was really paying attention, and it sounded like voices.
I'm gonna like ask either Felix or Vok to come over and listen.
Felix creeps over as quietly as possible and listens by the door with the big man.
Sure. Again, no need for a roll. It just doesn't sound like there's anything over there now.
Maybe we should go that way.
Yeah.
Wait, does anybody have a crowbar?
Oh, so you are able to open the door at your leisure. You're the ones who sealed it.
Right.
No, I meant a crowbar for this one down here. Like, try one more time.
Yeah,
If
you'd
there's
have
a crowbar. I could crowbar.
you'd have
the shit out.
disadvantage because you failed the last time, but the crowbar would give you advantage if someone had one. But
I don't have one.
okay,
I
fair.
don't think anyone does. Nobody's like piping up here.
No, I don't.
Okay, let's just get going here then. This
I
sounds like
think
there's
I
somebody
have a
in there.
crowbar. Hold on.
You do?
I think that if there's voices on the other side of the door, we should do something about that.
Yeah, let's do that. We can come back to the crowbar thing if.
This-
But you know,
This
it'll-
door is so close to camp. Somebody can try to work
Yeah.
while we're at camp. You know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. So let's go in this way. I take down the giant post
Okay.
that's holding it.
As you're doing so, you definitely do hear that there's a reaction from the other side and voices as the door is being opened. I will allow for not Thanok, but for Felix. If you want to prepare an action or something, you can.
Is Thanok going to open the door?
He's opening the door right now. I'm telling you, you
Oh, okay.
have an opportunity to elect for one action.
Yeah. If I see, if I see, yeah, if I see anything that is not part of our party, I'm gonna attack it with an Eldritch Bolt.
Okay, and you are aware that the rest of the group, the company, the syndicate, has basically left. It is still back where you left them. So yeah, you open the door. You see what looks like a goblinoid kind of over there, kind of looking down the hallway. But then it's kind of turning its head over to you, and it sounds like other goblins are talking to him from the northern portion of this room. As he sees you, you fire off your blast.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I actually can't see him from where I'm at.
You're a half elf?
I mean, I could totally, yeah. But it's just that there's like that portion of a wall in the way. I mean, I could totally like.
Oh, I assume you're
move
looking
out,
in.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
that's fine. Take the shot.
So, anyways, yeah. So we open the door. I duck around the corner. I fire off an Eldritch.
First shot of the night.
Okay. As it kind of whips to him, it's just a little late on the draw, and he's not exactly positioned exactly where you had him when you were firing off the blast. It slams into the wall behind him, which looks like it's already been molested by several other spell blasts and the like. There might be a lost crossbow bolt from Mr. Hand Cannon. Here, bear with me for a second. Don't roll your initiative. Oh, you guys. I didn't say roll initiative. Roll initiative now.
As he ducks back around the corner, he says, "Goblins!"
Sorry, it had the tokens and information from the last encounter. So
Nice. Good rolls, guys.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Yours is not so good. Chris's second one is not so good.
all right, let's see.
Nice, Chad.
Jeez.
Sorry, bear with me here.
I'm gonna fastball special the dwarf.
Huh.
He says, "Do it." could probably throw you pretty far. He's pretty damn strong.
Okay, so all my goblins will go on the same initiative. Because easier that way. Felix, you are the fastest. Take your turn.
Felix drops the torch. And
1 second.
let me see here.
Pick up that torch, guys, and bring it in the room.
Pops around the corner, and he goes, "Damn it!" And then he fires off an Eldritch Blast at the big scary looking dude in the back. Damn it.
Might want to run away.
Yeah, I've only moved 5 feet. So the shot goes wide and he goes, "Urgh! Damn it!" And then he pops back around the corner. So basically, you guys see him run out in the hallway, pause for a moment, and go, "Damn it!" And then he launches off an Eldritch Blast and just goes, "Damn it!" And then he dodges back into the hallway. And he says, "I count at least 4." And he pulls back.
When did I start playing Shadow the Hedgehog? What the hell was all the damage? Are we trying to be edgy? Of course you're up.
He's
So-
so edgy.
The long and short of it
That's it for me.
is you missed. Got it. Sorry to be a jerk, but damn it. Falcoris, you're up. The torch stands before him. I gave everybody control of the torch, so
Okay.
you should be able to move it.
Well, I'm gonna just kind of pop out. 1, 2, 3. And I am going to.
You'd be aware that there are 2 goblins on the northern side of the fire pit, and a hobgoblin.
Oh, scary. I'm going to. I'm gonna firebolt the hobgoblin.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Similar to finger guns over here. You fire off your shot, it goes a bit wide. The hobgoblin kind of ducks low, and kind of like his minions apparently also do likewise. Okay.
And I'm gonna pop back to the spot I was in.
Absolutely. Thanos.
All right. I'm going to pick up this torch and drop it right there so I can see what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to come in and go. So I'm assuming I'd be like right on top of the torch. So it'd be 5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually,
I'm
can I just pull out a?
I'm gonna get really terrible on you here. This is gonna be the rules lariest I've ever been. All right.
All right.
Then
Picking
what?
that up is what?
Go ahead. What are you doing? You don't have
Picking
a
that up in action.
you don't have a weapon drawn, so you've already interacted
Okay,
with
can I
items.
Can I draw my off of my back one of my javelins and throw it at?
No, because
Guy
you
right
were messing with the torch.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, can I, when I was back here and the torch was back there, can I pick up the torch and stick it in the rope that I tied around my shield
Okay.
last game?
Yeah, but you can hold a torch in your shield hand. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll do that
Yeah,
then.
it just
And then,
operationally you don't have a weapon drawn because you just opened the door, which required lifting. You would have your shield equipped. That's fine. But you basically reach down, pick up the torch with your free hand, then put it into your idle hand with the shield because it's kind of fastened in place. So you still have an action, but operationally you can't draw a weapon unless it's your action to do so.
okay,
Right.
I'll throw a javelin.
No. You cannot
Oh.
draw a weapon. You can't.
Yeah,
I got it. I got
You
it.
can
Okay.
either. Right.
I got it. I understand finally.
Okay.
So I will draw my axe then.
Okay, that is good. Okay, so you have your weapon drawn, and you're standing out there with the torch in hand, correct?
Could I
Okay.
instead move up another 5 feet? I mean, I
Yeah.
can do that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You can diagonally move that way. It's perfectly all right. If you're gonna hold on to the torch for a while, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this
Yeah.
torch token and just make you the
hold
light.
on to it. I'll keep it in my shield. That's a very convenient space to keep it. Or my
Yeah.
shield hand, I guess I could do that.
Most solid tanks don't have dark vision, so It's good that they can hold torches behind them boards. All right. The goblins will go, and they see this, interloper and 2 other interlopers popping in and throwing off spells. They're a bit confused, and they don't know what to expect here, so they're not going to move too close to what appears to them
Not
as
an interloper.
kind of a trap. So
It's not a trap.
they
Not a trap.
it's not a tumor. They very quickly draw their short bows and loose them. This is 3 of them.
We're gonna get
It's just a flesh wound.
first one missed. The 17 hit. Holy shit. And the 20 hit. I think I'm going to use
Stones of
on
Endurance.
the first one.
Okay. Roll a
That
d12.
would be good. No, actually, if I click this, it should pop it.
Yep.
Yeah, 13.
Perfect. And the
So
math
that
is
means I
correct.
actually don't take any damage on the first one.
Correct.
And there's the next one that hits me.
So basically, the first arrow kind of comes at you, and you catch it with your shield, and kind of it bounces off. It doesn't stick. The second one comes in at you and hits you in the shoulder, but you flex like right when it hits, and it just bounces off of you like you were made out of a mountain. But then, as you kind of like haha and smile and like loose, like relax a bit, the next one goes in your other shoulder, and it's like ah.
Damn it! Now I say it.
Those 3 throw their
It's
shots.
so edgy.
And then this guy here is going to move around his allies and kind of get close to you.
Ooh, he's getting a little closer. Good, I have my axe out, buddy.
The thing that you're noticing mainly is when he moves to that position, it seems very intentional. It looks like he's trying to kind of move into a way. He's very tactical in his movement, and you being a fighter, kind of recognize this. It seems like he's trying to keep away from the opening of the door and kind of put you and interpose you in between anybody who'd come out to try and shoot at him. He does not have a shield drawn. He just has a longsword, so he's going to swing with it 2-handed.
Yes,
And
he missed.
you block against his shield. Let me hold on a second. Okay. He does not fumble super hard. He just kind of connects against the shield, and kind of the sword kind of wobbles in his hand and kind of causes him to back away a bit, but it doesn't throw him entirely off. Okay. Chris Edwards, you're up. I know we can't talk to you, and you are an absolute mute party.
Is John cutting in and out for everybody else or just me?
Just
Just you. I hear him perfectly fine.
You guys can hear me okay?
Yeah, maybe it's your connection with your
Well,
mic. Or
real
not
quick,
your mic,
if you can,
headphones.
if you get this, Jason, look at the bottom corner. It says voice connected. Should be green. It's also for some people, if they're lacking, it'll show orange or red. It's bad.
Okay, there we go. I'm way better now. I'm sorry, guys.
No worries. Hey, you're not as bad as freaking Chris Edwards. It could be a lot worse.
I know, right? I could be that.
Could be hiding in your butt.
Could be hiding in your own butt. Stoner.
It's confirmed. Canon.
Cannon. Stoner, yeah, just type out what you're doing, or just do what you're doing. Move your character and make your attacks.
I like this can-do attitude.
You're raging. Okay, go ahead and throw it.
All right.
Are
kick
you-
some butt.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Reckless wouldn't
We're
know.
all just like really sucking right now.
Roll a 20-sided dice for me, Chris.
Oh no. No.
No.
Holy shit!
Okay.
And you
Why
killed
hit me?
yourself.
So what happens here, Chris, is you bring the axe in like hard at him, but like absolutely wildly, and you're telegraphing this attack like just some idiot who doesn't know how to throw a punch. And you're just throwing it as wide as you can. And he's got the sword in 2 hands. It's bouncing off of Thanok's shield and kind of wriggling, but he kind of stops it, sees you coming, brings his sword right underneath the beard of the axe, and it just smacks against the shaft and connects right underneath. Then he pulls away from you, and the axe goes with it, and the axe goes flying over his shoulder about 15 feet, landing here.
Oh shit!
Damn it.
All right. Rick Flanagan.
I don't know how to change that. I changed my name. Whatever, though. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some slithering into this door over here.
Okay.
Oh, wow. There's a person there.
Correct.
I'm gonna just slither back a little more. And we'll just take a little pot shot of Rooney at the fella there in front of the two big people.
Okay. You're shooting. You're trying to shoot over those two. Is that what I heard right?
Between them.
Nice
Yeah.
roll.
Basically, because of the way I stated his positioning, like he's trying to keep the Goliath between you and him. He's effectively using him as cover. But 20 is going to hit his AC even with the cover. So roll damage.
There you go. He takes.
So
Well, that's like the absolute minimum amount of damage, but whatever. 4, 5, 6. He takes 7 damage.
it's the minimum.
Not
Well,
the
the
minimum.
4.
Oh, the four. The
Yeah,
four
the
is
four
it.
is minimum, but the 3
Yeah.
is average.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's not bad. All right. So solid shot, and you're just backing away, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, it does look like he's trying to use Thanok as kind of cover. He's kind of pressed himself against the wall.
Wait, can I bonus action? Oh no, I'm level 2. I can bonus action. Can I try and hide behind something?
There's nothing here to hide behind.
Damn.
If you were to go back into the hallway, I'd say you could hide like behind the
Do I
wall.
have movement for that? Hold on.
You can lock yourself in this prison here,
20.
cage.
I have the movement for that. Yeah, I'm gonna go and hide in here.
All right. I was gonna say, I mean, if you wanted to try, you could hide in your own butthole.
I would like to try and hide in my own ball.
Just make a stealth check.
Active.
You have to hide in Chris
Make a
Edwards'
stealth check to hide in your own butthole.
Okay.
Well,
So
hide in my own butt.
the dwarf and the Goliath kind of like are engaged, but as you kind of hide, you kind of like get into the corner and kind of peek your head out and like look, like, and you're just kind of holding that like you think you're hidden, but you're not, and they're just kind of
Yeah.
looking back like, what the fuck's this guy doing?
What's he doing?
Is that okay? Felix, you're up.
Felix squeezes past these guys. And he comes out here and he just goes, by the gods. And he walks over here.
That's a bench. It's
And-
probably about 2 feet off of the ground, so it doesn't provide much in the way of cover.
That's fine.
Just letting you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna stand here and back these two up. It seems like they've pretty much got a handle on the hobgoblin. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this goblin, and then I'm going to yell at the dwarf to grab my spear. It's on my back, but I'm
Okay.
not using it. So feel free to grab it and use it.
Okay. And just so you guys know, interacting with items that are on your own person, that's free. But interacting with an item that's on a person is going to require, unless you're handing it off to him. If you have it already held out to hand it to him, that's different.
Okay, what if I throw it at the hobgoblin and leave it there, stuck in the hobgoblin for him to grab and use?
Depends on if it hits or not.
Okay, well that's what I'm gonna try and do.
Okay.
So as I move over here to try and guard their flank, I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna chuck my spear at the hog.
Dwarf's pretty short, you're pretty tall. No cover for that, so take your attack. Okay. You throw your spear, the goblin ducks down, it hits against the stone wall behind him and clitters
Can I use
into
my
the
inspiration
exact...
to take the 19?
You can, if you feel like that's a worthy cause, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and click the damage. Okay. You throw it, it stabs into him, and he falls to the ground, dead.
And I yell at the dwarf, grab it! Grab the spear!
He is absolutely now free to just walk over to his axe, though. But yeah.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
So I stuck it in his chest and he just dropped dead.
Yep.
Good shot.
Do you have any other movement or anything?
No,
Okay.
I mean, I have more movement, but I'm gonna sit tight right here.
Yep, turn's done. Falcoris.
Oh, I'm not gonna do anything too risky. I'm just gonna pop right here behind the hiding guy, and I'm gonna
Okay.
shoot a fucking a firebolt at this fucking goblin
Yeah.
that's in my line of sight.
That will miss. I think they have a 50.
Darn
Yeah.
it.
They've got it. Oh, wait, no, they don't have their shields out. They have bows. That will... We double make sure. That'll hit.
Ow! By fire.
Okay. He kind of recoils from the shot, and as he kind of like looks back at you in the light of the firebolt, you can see his eyes are glowing. In the light of the torch as well, you can see his eyes are kind of glowing a bit, and there's just blood kind of glistening off of his, chin and the wound you hit on his chest. He looks very worse for wear. Thanok.
All right, my turn. I'm going to yell "Ah!" and charge these guys, and I'm going to go right here if I can, like charge kind of right around them and get so I'm right next to both of them.
10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, you're fine.
And then I will attack this guy.
And real quick note for everyone, if you pick up your token and then right click on a space, it'll show like a snap point for everyone to see for movement. And then if you do it like multiple times to show like you're angling, so if you're like trying to make precise movements around things, then you can like keep clicking the right click to show where your beats will be, if that makes sense.
All right.
But go ahead and
Yes,
swing at
I'll
it.
try to do that from now on. All right,
Oh, no worries. I was just I was reminded of it earlier, so
Damn, guys, we're rolling like crud.
yes.
Yeah, we are rolling garbage.
So I'm sure I miss with a 9, right?
Yes.
All right.
You also notice now that you're up here that the door on the north side where that one trap was placed, this appears to be opened, and the trap does not appear to be present because you moved it.
Uh-oh.
Was it this one?
Well, that door there, but there are still piles of crap near the doors. But during the fight, they got broken open and kind of are just smattered about. Not terribly important. But yeah, it looks like they came. If you had to venture a guess, they might have come through that door. All right. Goblin time. The wounded goblin kind of notches his arrow, kind of looks down the hallway, is kind of eyeing the taller people, not so much the dwarf who's kind of behind the bench. He's going to take a shot at the guy who thinks he's hiding, because he's the one at the front of the door. That'll hit,
Holy
even with
crap.
the plus 5 for cover, right? Because you're kind of hiding behind a wall. So, Juan, you'll be taking 7 points of damage.
Oh.
Then this guy will beat feet. The fire pit is obviously difficult terrain, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Adding 10 for squares moved in difficult. He kind of says something in goblinoid language to his friends as he kind of backs away, and it looks like he's kind of clutching at his chest as he's saying it. Does anybody here speak goblin?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. The other one kind of acknowledges it, and he's going to. This one specifically is going to take the disengage action as a bonus action, and then he is going to take the dash action as his regular action.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's going to
Not
rush
cool
for the
little
door
guy.
as he runs past the Goliath. He's going to head off into.
I can't react.
Yeah, he disengaged. Goblins are
Why can't you react?
because
They
he
disengaged.
disengaged.
Yeah, you
Right.
just don't, yeah, you don't get the attack of opportunity when they disengage.
Yep, goblins have nimble escape, so that's them either disengage or hide as a bonus action.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So he
Very roguey.
beats the feet. The other one kind of looks like, as you kind of stare down at him, Thanok, he looks crestfallen, like the lottery of who gets to survive and who gets to try and stay here and hold you in this fight. Kind of he got the short straw apparently, and he drops his short bow as his action. He is going to put on his shield, hoping that matters, and draw his sword as well as his item interaction. And he is done. And then it goes to Bordar.
Where's his axe? Is it right here?
It would be adjacent to you, so yeah, he can pick it up from that square. And that'll be your item interaction. Oh no, it's just item interaction to pick it up. Taking it off of someone else is different because they have to move to kind of position themselves, and you kind of have to wrestle through their stuff to grab it. That's why it's an action to grab stuff off of people.
Yeah, picking it up, attacking with it isn't.
Yeah, effectively,
One.
if you want to get into the technicals, interaction with items is if it's on you or if it's like near you, like a door or something. But use object is an action that you can take to use that object or to try and use the other person to get the gear. Anywho, pick up item, swing. Go ahead. Yeah, he after getting his shield on, he kind of like hears a dwarf trundling along behind him, spins and catches your axe with his little shield, and his crestfallen look changes to one of obviously misplaced confidence. Fuck.
Can I do my bonus action hide before I take my attack action?
So you can attempt to.
Or do I have to get out of hiding?
You can attempt to. How I typically rule it, though, is if you're trying to hide in the exact same spot, it's very similar to ability checks on other avenues. You're trying to do the exact same thing, you're going to have disadvantage if you failed it the last time.
No, I'm just going to like move to the other side of the door so they can't see me anymore.
Okay. Yep, go ahead and take your hide action.
Cool. I'm feeling slightly more stealthy.
Okay.
Not a lot.
Yep. Let me check something here. Yep. Yeah, because he's
now that I
go ahead.
Feel all stealthed up, I'm just gonna walk back to where I was.
Take a shot.
And shoot at this guy.
Take it with advantage.
Oh, sweet. He thinks I ran away. Dope. 22.
Nice.
Okay.
He takes 12 damage.
So he's kind of yelling, and everyone's splitting away from him, Thanok. And after everything happened before, you see an arrow kind of whistle past and slam that goblin in the head. Kind of causes him to spin out of control and drop to the ground as the arrow goes completely through and stops about halfway. So the back half of it's out of the front of his face, and the front half of the arrow is out of the back of his head. Any other things you got to do there, Rock?
I'm good.
Okay. Felix.
Oh, I'm gonna just move back to hiding behind this door. Yeah.
Well, you're not technically hidden, but yeah, I get that.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Cover.
Yep. Felix.
I'm gonna walk over here, and basically on my way to the hobgoblin, I want to use my action to use Eldritch Blast, and then I want to pull my spear out of the hobgoblin.
Okay. Again, that'll be just item and interaction, so you have your weapon drawn.
Right. So Eldritch Blast on this little bastard.
Okay. That'll hit. Alright, so as he's kind of gained confidence and kind of looks at you, Dwarf, with like a bit of a grin, a bolt of Eldritch energy kind of flies from behind and slams into his back, causing him to sprawl towards Thanok, who kind of catches him with his shield and causes him to just fall into the ash and bone of the pit unceremoniously.
And that was only 10 feet of my movement. So
Sure.
I'm gonna,
go
let's see, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, where are you going?
And I peek down the hallway and I say, I think you went this way.
Okay. And Falcoris.
I'll move in then. 6. And I guess I'll take another movement action, or a move as my action.
Dash, yeah. What is your speed?
30, right?
Yeah.
So, 2. Because I started there, so. Hold on.
You're one over.
Am I 1 over?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, what the heck did I just do? I don't know where I went, John. I'm off the map, I think.
Okay. Hold on.
It should be right here.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that square that he's kind of on is the one you're in. But you would have been able to look around the corner, and you're pretty sure you hear and see the goblin still sprinting away.
Okay. Cool.
And Fennec, you're up.
I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. Okay, what I would do then is I still have my axe and shield out. I'd try moving.
Okay.
So, do you have to like push? Didn't you say you have to right click? Oh, that's left clicking. Damn it. Sorry. That's 5 and 15.
Are you chasing the goblin?
20. Yes.
Okay.
25. 30. That would be 30. It says 25 because I started 5 late.
It's
So
fine.
I can kind of see something down here.
Yeah, you can dash to get to him if you want.
Oh, sure, I'll dash then.
Yeah, because remember, he moved 30, or he was right with you, and he moved his 60, so goblins be quick.
Yeah, they'd be... What the heck? Now I can't even pick up... Oh, there I go. I couldn't pick up my guy for a minute there.
That's okay. So it'll go to him,
Boom.
and if you haven't figured it out, I mean, I don't know why you haven't been paying attention. He will disengage as his bonus action, and he will run.
Indeed.
Yeah, I know, but I like to just be there to see him run, you know? They grow up so fast.
He moves 35 feet. He'll use his item interaction to open up the door, and continue on.
Where are you going?
Okay. Naturally, I'm not going to show you how he moves, so you don't know exactly where he went to, but Borvar, you're up. He yells something out in a probably cool voice, dashes, his rage drops, and he's done. Bach, you're up. Sounds like everybody's rushing away, and you without any light source.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I guess I have to light a torch. I can't see anything.
Okay, so your action will be lighting a torch,
Yeah, that's fine.
and if you have to run, you can bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I see a person.
Yeah, looks like he's looking down
Alright,
that doorway. And if I remember
Here,
correctly,
one sec. I'm just
he said something
trying to
about
figure out my movement here.
this is the direction they want.
5. 5.
Moving over the goblin will be 2 squares, because he's dead. Moving through the fire pit to go around him would prove the same. So, just moving over his body is
Okay.
probably fastest.
5. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright, and then, I mean, I might as well bonus action dash. I can do it. It's,
Yep.
That's, so here's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Cool. Felix.
Well, everyone's in the hallway now, and I guess Felix is just going to bring up the rear. So, I'm sorry. Oh, there's actually another one. There's a copy of Jason's token under mine.
I saw that. That's weird.
Mm.
I'm too sexy to be contained to one token.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Don't delete the old one.
So,
Because
I moved
it's your
30
initiative
feet.
token.
I want to hug against the wall so anybody needs to get past me can, but I also want to ready an action to Eldritch Blast any goblins that I see.
Okay. Of course.
I am 2 dash 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're fast.
5, 6. I'm just moving double my movement. 60 feet. And I'm gonna stop right there.
Okay. If you can see him, you can see him. If you can't, you can't. And down.
Can I stow my axe and pull out a javelin as I run?
Sure.
All right.
Well, no.
We'll do that then.
Yeah, if you're not dashing, because pulling out the javelin would be your action to do.
Okay, then I will just dash. Screw it.
Okay.
I gotta get as close as possible. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This is 50. Oh,
Why are you running into a wall?
Oh, okay, then 40. Oh, I know why I can't pick up my guy, because I don't have the right thing selected.
Because you have ruler selected, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks when that happens. Alright.
I see everything. Where's my D20?
I'm gonna do this all the time. Alright. I'm right there, and then there's a door. Alright. Can I over here and try to open it, or do I have to be right on top of him?
The door's open, right?
You can get to adjacent to him. Yeah, the door's open. If you can see...
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna run through, because I had that
Hold
was
on.
50.
The door on the opposite side should be open as well. Is it? It does appear open, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's open.
So you can get right to the diagonal behind him square. Or adjacent to him if you had stepped into Jason's square instead of the one you moved to.
Can I get there? Or are you saying I have to be behind him here?
No. You can get to the goblin on the other side of the door. Either that square or the square directly above it.
Okay, I think I'd like... Okay, yeah, I'll do that then.
Yep. You enter into a room. There's a door on the left side that appears to have kind of like a stone and carving. You're focused on the chasing, not so much the nature of it, but you do notice it out of the corner of your eye. And also there's a big fountain that appears to have a dragon motif statue kind of lingering over it. Again, not too much into the detail, just so much the specifics that you're specifically kind of seeing. Disengage as my bonus action, because this seems to be the trend. And this little goblin is going to continue to retreat. Hard corner, so he has to go around. And 30. So you see him dart to there. You hear a door open. And then you hear more running. 10, 15,
Damn,
20,
guys.
30.
This is a
Okay.
quick way to get through a dungeon.
Yeah.
Why
Oh,
dilly-dally?
5, 10.
Why dilly-dally when you can just run?
Yeah.
Why do anything but dash?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. Borvar, you're up. You also, Venok, hear yelling in Goblin.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
It just sounds like one voice so far. Okay. Buck.
Yes, that is my name.
Dash, 90 feet.
Moverino. Yeah. Dash. There we go.
Mm-hmm. And then 30 more.
That's movement. Dash. I'm afraid of, like, where the bad guys are.
Do you see where the Goliath is? Yeah, you can get behind him if you want to keep a mute shield.
Perfect. I would love to.
Yeah, then you can be right
Love
behind
me a
him
good
at the
mute.
doorway. Felix. You also start to hear the sounds of goblins yelling. And when I say it to you, I mean plural.
Felix is going to put. I'm going to use my action and put my spear away, so I can keep my hand free. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. Falcoris.
Well, this area up here, what does this look like? It's like a bridge
Where are you looking?
to the north of the fountain room.
That's just doorway. It's a hall.
Okay.
Are you looking at it in GM mode, Turkey?
No.
Okay. No, it's a hallway. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, no, I'm totally in player mode.
That makes sense as to why you'd think it looked like. Yeah, I can see that. But no, yeah, it's just a hallway.
Let's see.
Here behind you, Falcoris, what do you see? But it sounds like Chad.
I ignore it.
Okay.
I come into the room. And see like I see what I can see down here. See if I can see anything extra.
There's a door on the left, fountain on the right, long hallway, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Looks like large doors at the very edge of your lighted sight on either side of the hallway.
I'm going to cast Blade Ward and just kind of survey my surroundings.
Okay. Yep, you cast a spell, are encircled by the magic, and you can see now that the door on the left side, bear with me here. Gotta skip down to the correct hallway. You see, bear with me here. The fountain is dry. There's no water in it. There's dust and odd bits of stone debris lying on the floor here. The ornate fountain, it's built on the eastern wall, as you can see. It is cracked and stained. The fountain's overarching carving is of a diving dragon. It appears to have held its detail and beauty even over the course of these long years. On the left side, it's a relief carved stone door. The door, it looks like it has skeletal dragons, kind of like flying together, like almost as if together, in some sort of like wing or formation. And from here, you can see there's an inscription in Draconic on it. I don't think you speak it. And
I don't.
You're not close enough to that, and you're not close enough to that. Okay, that's what you would notice. Oh, make a perception check.
Okay. I then if I can, I then holler back. Yeah, Felix. Yeah, we need you now.
Draconic. Chad. He always finds a good niche. Last game he was a paladin who took all the attacks, and this time he can speak Draconic. You don't notice the thing that I wanted you to see. Alright. Fennec. The goblin has made pretty good headway on his run away from you. And again, you hear multiple voices now instead of just the one.
Sweet. I am going to take an action, put my axe away, and pull out a javelin.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can still do move, but I can't double.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you get to here.
Yeah, I want to kind of... Can I do it so I kind of peek around, but then end up standing here when I'm done?
I mean, I'm going to let you know when you get to that square, you're not going to see anything. So.
Oh, I just see a door. Is that door open or closed?
It's open, and the goblin voices are coming from the other side of it.
Okay. I found them!
Okay.
It's not the trap!
You hear what sounds like kind of a sound, which to you sounds like rope being dropped. And then you hear kind of movement and kind of like a jangly metal sound. You're not sure what that is. And then you
That's
also
not what a trap's gonna
you
be.
also hear just the sounds of them yelling at each other in Goblin. All right, Orvar. Dashing Dwarf. Cool. Bach.
Radio then. So no one else has gotten hit by bad guys yet, right?
I got hit.
Yeah.
20.
And you've gotten hit
Well, yeah, I meant like
recently.
since we've moved up here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The trap has not been sprung.
You should get close to me because we're both lucky.
Actually, real quick, do me a favor. Make a free perception check. And has Bach been in trouble with the law in his past, or no?
They wouldn't recognize him.
Not who cares about them. I'm talking to just you. Would your character have been in trouble with the law at any point? They don't know this. This is just the DM and you talking.
No, like I mean, like the law.
Oh no.
wouldn't know it
Would
was
you
wrong.
would you recognize the law? Is the better?
Yes,
okay.
I would recognize lawmen immediately.
Not so much lawmen, but yeah, make that perception check. So there's stone doors up to the north, and as you look at them, you notice that they have small holes around where the eyes would be for a human person. And what you recognize immediately is it seems that up ahead, they are prison cells that line the walls along the side.
Oh. I will relay said information to the party. Hey guys, there are prison cells up there.
Okay. And then you said your action was to...
You know what? I've just been running through this dungeon willy-nilly. I'm gonna slow it way down and try and get stealthy in this mug.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a stealth check as your action. Or bonus action. Okay.
Yeah, bonus action 14, that's not bad.
You realize that in the group that you're kind of in, unless they try to spring on you, you aren't going to be able to hide too well, because you're kind of running with a group that includes a Goliath and a dwarf. So yeah, that said, you feel that you won't be the first target, but you do feel that, yeah, they know you're coming. Okay, Felix. Bear with me, Jason. Just gonna switch your token out for the original one.
Yeah, so that was 20 feet. I moved 10 feet into the room. I look around. Do I see what he was talking about, or is that in the other room?
You see the hall, like the empty room. This doesn't have anything special in it. It must be in the room that he's
Okay.
in.
Alright, I'm going to use my action to dash so I can get in here and see what he's talking about. Oh. Oh, wow. Fuck. There's two of them. Ah!
There shouldn't be. I'm trying to work that out. Just lagging a little bit.
It's my clone.
Maybe you're the clone and that's why you're level 2.
We'll never know.
I guess we won't.
Because John's gonna kill that bastard.
I'm trying real hard, but it's lagging. Anyways, I tried to hit refresh and it's not doing that either.
Can't keep emo kids down.
Because they're already there.
It's hard to kick something when it's like so low.
Yeah, even when it's down, you can't kick it. But anyway, so you make it into the fountain room, Chad?
Yes.
Draconic writing on the door, draconic writing on the fountain. Actually, sorry, scratch that. Make a perception check. Tell me what you got.
I got 15.
Okay. So, what you can see is that there is writing on the statue. The writing that is on the statue says, "Let there be fire," and it's a big dragon that's kind of swooping down towards an empty fountain. And then the door has skeletal dragons on it, and it says something, but I'm trying to get my stuff open so I can read it to you. So right now, you know what it says, but you don't. Give me a second. It says...
It says you get.
Rebuke the
What
dead.
did you say the fountain said?
It
It's
said-
all about the fire.
It says, let there be fire. And then the western door, skeletal dragons, kind of moving, it looks like they're etched to move in formation. And on the door, in Draconic, like amidst it, it says, rebuke the dead, open the way. Okay.
Alex points at the fountain and he says, Falcoris, put fire there.
Okay.
Falcoris, it's your up.
I put fire there.
Okay. What are you doing to...
Oh, I just blast it with firebolt.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
Okay. And then I'll move up with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Kind of.
Do you...
I thought for sure that would have worked.
So real quick, you just kind of... Yeah, you read them off, and then you say to him, put fire there, and he does, and it doesn't do anything. Okay, cool. And then Falcoris, your turn was to put fire there. Are you also moving, or just... Is that it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up right behind the Goliath.
Cool. Thanok. You're pretty
I still
sure...
think there's a Falcoris hanging out down by here by me.
I'm getting him. Bear with me. Doing a whole bunch of other things, trying to stay focused on the action. Thanok, the door, you're pretty sure that it's in there and northward. So when you come in, you're going to be taking a right turn.
Yeah, I'm going to be very careful about this because I have a feeling I'm walking right into a trap. So I'm going to go... Wait a minute. I have to make sure I do this right. Wait, that's wrong. Sorry.
You hear a faint Jason-y scream from behind you as the alternate
I'm
universe.
just going to like...
Exactly like that, because
my
that was...
head in. I'm just going to move 15 feet, poke my head in. What do I see once I'm in here? I mean, it looks like
There's
it's
a
just
door
a room.
to the north, and the room is
there
empty.
any-
It's kind of covered with rubble and footprints. And dust.
Alright, that's 15, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go another 5, 10. It said 15, but it should only be 10 because it's diagonal.
The second you get there,
Oh, I look and
yeah,
see.
I presume that was the case, so you're being shot. And you'll have +2 to your cover because you're behind the door frame, but you obviously leaned out of it to look.
Right, to see.
Mhm.
Alright, pincushion me.
I'm hoping.
Suckers. I hope not.
It's like we're on opposite sides of the forces here.
Seems like you missed. Haha!
Okay, it clitter-clacks against the stone. You can see that what you see inside is the floor is completely covered with these sharp, bladed objects that appear to be caltrop in nature. You see that the goblin that you were chasing is on the other side of them. It looks like he took time, as you guys were delaying your movement, to course across there. You're pretty sure that if you were going to try and move out onto the caltrops, if you wanted to do so with avoiding your foot being damaged, it would be difficult terrain +1. So basically, it would take 3 squares of movement or 15 feet of movement for you to move across. It looked like he dashed across and double moved to get just those 4 squares. So that said, if you want to move across normally, you would be doing so at risk to your feet.
Bummer.
You still have movement, I think? 5, 10,
I-
15,
yeah, and I had
20,
a-
25,
I had to-
30. Yeah, if you dash, you do. But I think you're exhausted otherwise.
Yeah, I'd like to move over this way a little bit and then throw my javelin at him.
Okay, well, you can just pop out and throw your javelin at him. That's
Oh,
fine.
I'll do that then.
You don't have to move.
Fine. So let me move over there.
Yeah.
Alright, so let me roll for javelin attacking. Son of a bitch!
It hits the
12
stone.
does not hit him, does it?
It doesn't. And it looks like, he doesn't have a shield drawn. So you just looks like you barely missed. And he is underneath the other goblin that's up there on the high wall. Because just across from you, there's a wall, and then up on top of the wall are two goblins. You can't see them; they haven't been thrown out yet. But one of them fired an arrow at you, and the other one looks like it's dropped a rope down to the other goblin.
Ooh.
And it's let me double check the height here. Looks like it's an exterior wall that leads down, or leads up rather, to like a higher point. And this position, so roughly mortar. Oh, sorry, the wall in question is not that high. I wouldn't have thrown a rope. They changed this portion of the adventure from the other one. The wall in question, it's only about 3 feet high, not too high, and the goblin looks like he's about ready to climb over it, no rope.
Okay.
Looks like he's getting assistance from the other little guy. Yep, bye, Chris. So it'll go to them.
Goodbye, Chris.
The goblin that is running is going to get over the wall, takes him 3 squares of movement, then 5, 10, and then presumably more. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. And that is actually going to be his action. You hear what sounds like a locking sound or like an unlocking sound, and then a door being opened, and that goblin continuing on past the wall. What you also hear is the sound of your friends kind of talking in the back behind you. Bear with me here. I'm going to do something for you guys. So right at that moment, Borvar, I'm going to shoot some shots at the Goliath here, but Borvar kind of just turns and runs the other way for no reason. It just seems like he's bored with the pursuit and says, I'm going back to camp. And he leaves. And oddly, at about the same time, you didn't hear him, but you hear the sounds of another adventurer entering the group, just in the room behind Felix, and it seems like it's that guy Slane guy.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Felix turns around and goes, and he smiles and waves.
He's holding a guitar. All right, shots fired at the Goliath.
That hits. Damn it.
You have +2 to your AC because of the wall.
Get in that initiative, Ghislaine.
Yep. And I will at the start of the next
and we're
round.
missing Falcoris. Where did Jason go?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we probably deleted the wrong one.
Yeah, he's on 20, so he should have actually gone right before Thanok. No, he did go before Thanok. You already went. Now you're just going to get back on the initiative count, okay? Because you did the fountain thing. And just change that to a 20.
Word.
And then I'll put Guy Slane on there in a second. Anywho. Vok, you're the only one left on the initiative board. Go ahead and take an action.
Everyone went this way to the left, right?
That's right.
I guess I don't want to split up the party.
Not like Borvar.
Is that like a 4-way hallway?
I'll go and hide behind this
From what I
side
can
of the door.
We should probably hold up here in this dragon chamber. This will be a lot easier to...
We have contact with the enemy. They're just
Okay.
north.
Vok, you're done, right?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Felix, you're up.
Felix walks over here and he peers around the corner at those two and he kind of bangs his shield on the wall and he's like, hey, we should fall back. We're getting too far ahead. And then I ready in action to cast Eldritch Blast if I see a goblin.
You're up.
It's my turn.
All right, I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then what I would say is, I hate to admit it, but Felix might be right.
You're pretty sure you also recall having heard the goblin you were giving chase to continuing to run.
Right, and he left. So I'm going to peek around this corner first. I'm going to tell Vok to leave. Like, I'll say, go Vok, I'll cover you. And I'll grab another javelin too. Holy shit, another one came into my view. Could I attack that one?
There should be 2 opposite you. There were a total of 3. One more time.
Now there's 2.
There were, yeah, because the one continued on to a locked room.
Well, I will throw a javelin at this one then, and I'm telling Vok...
Didn't you say you didn't recover your javelins? You only had... Or you had more than 2. Okay, go ahead.
I had 4. I threw 2 that I didn't recover.
Right.
These 2... Well, I'd like to recover these 2, but I don't know if we'll go up that far. This is my last javelin.
Okay.
Then I will be done with javelins until I recover.
Just making sure. Yeah, the other one you have to recover is back at the last fight, so...
So 13 hit them? Otherwise I'm going to miss everything.
They're behind a 3-foot wall and kind of popping out and shooting, so they have 3/4 cover, +5 to their armor class, so no. It hits against their masonry wall that they appear to have built, because it definitely looks like the construction around you versus the construction of their little low wall. It's very different, but yeah, it hits and does nothing.
They make me sad.
Alright, Falcoris is actually on 20. Should have gone before, but that's fine.
Yeah, it was fine though. I wasn't worried about it. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Pop out here.
Mm-hmm.
Blast this dude through the door with all his freaking cover.
Yeah. Yeah, they tucked behind their 3-foot wall. Again, it looks like kids hiding behind a fort of bricks, like a play fort.
Yeah.
But it's still strong enough to deal with your firebolt. It does look like a bit of it breaks away at the shot, but it doesn't look like it's too damaging. Alright. They are going to fire back at you. Firing 2 arrows apiece. Miss and miss.
Oh. Eventually they're going to crit me.
Yeah.
Probability.
And then you do hear more goblin yelling from behind them.
Alright, we're drawing more out.
Let them run across the caltrops.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're coming to meet you. You let everybody else, and if they fall and die on it, then that at least gives you cover from the caltrops. Just run across the bodies.
Right.
Kira.
Well, I'm gonna do probably the most Vocky thing that I can do.
Run.
Run and hide?
I was gonna shoot and then run and hide.
That's cool.
Right. Right. So, step 1.
Shoot.
14.
That'll miss. Hits against the
Alright.
stone wall.
Step 2. Run. That's 25 feet. And it's 30. And step 3, just for shits and giggles, hide.
Okay.
Not well.
You kind of
Yeah.
walk over to get next to Felix and hide, and just as you do so, you realize you're gonna have a problem doing so, because during my turn, Guy Slane walks up to Felix and he's strumming his guitar, playing like a small little just melody, and it's like, it's really pretty good, but definitely
Trying to hide next to a bar. This is nonsense.
you're looking at him like, shut the fuck up, and he's like, nah man, nah, and then he looks to Felix and he goes, hey man, are we gonna fight him or are we gonna stop here?
Are we gonna? What do you say?
Are we fighting him or are we gonna stop here?
Kill him.
Are we fighting the goblins or are we gonna run away? You're saying something about running away.
Friends,
Which is it?
we need to get to a better position. He looks around the hallway and he says, if we try to take him on in that room, we're totally exposed.
Yeah, with that attitude we are. I think we could do it. And he smirks at you and says, what about you? And he strums his guitar a bit more and you just feel pumped. get bardic inspiration.
Let's do it.
Me or Vok?
You, dude.
Oh.
He's like, do we want to
Okay.
do this? Are we going in?
Felix can't help but grin.
Do
His
are you-
heart's pounding. He actually feels kind of alive for the first time in a while.
Do you feel it? And then he's like, we can be heroes, baby. We can be heroes. And he casts heroism on you.
I'm so glad Michelle was not like that.
We can be heroes. You gain
Ooh.
4, I think. 4 temporary hit points.
I already have 8.
I don't think temporary hit points have a problem with stacking.
They don't stack, do they?
Hold
I think
on.
they don't stack.
They do not.
Well, you regain 4 temporary hit points at the beginning of each of your turns.
Oh, nice. Yes, that's going to come in handy.
So go lose some.
Man, I really should have gotten a sword. Okay.
Dude, wait until I start casting with my blood, and then you can cast that on me.
Oh, dude, yeah, we'll be best friends forever.
Like, offset the downside.
For sure.
Perfect.
Oh, and you can't be frightened? Yeah.
Right.
Go get them.
Yeah, I'm all about this. And I have Bardic Inspiration.
Go
Which
get
is
'em.
1d6 to an attack or
Mhm.
saving throw?
Yeah, that's it. Or ability check, whatever you want. Go get them.
Okay. Sweet. Felix turns and he strides boldly out the door.
And just one guitar, bam!
He walks up to this
How
point and
good
he
it is
just,
in here.
spins on his foot.
It
He
just
walks
blew
up
him
to
away.
this point, he spins on his foot, and he reaches out and just fires an Eldritch Blast past the big man right at that.
I'm gonna ask the bard how many people he sent to their death.
And it's gonna keep on rocking.
Oh, hell yeah.
He kind of like looks at you and he kind of like stops the guitar playing, looks at you and he says, "Man, why are you a negative little bitch?
Man!
Yep.
Don't play your guitar. I'm trying to hide in a freaking hallway. How many people? That dude's gonna. People are gonna write stories about him." And he looks at you and he's like, "I know one. It's gonna be me."
God damn it.
So, 15 damage.
Oh yeah, no, you shoot the thing. It blows a hole through the wall, hits him, sends him back 10 feet, slamming into the wall behind him, leaving a small goblin imprint. And the wall there now is no longer hard to get over. You literally toppled it.
Woo!
Gets like a real evil, satisfied grin on his face.
Do you have any movement left over, or are you staying back?
I
Again,
do actually. I have 10 feet, so
keep in mind your buffer of hit points is insane right now.
yeah, I'm just gonna go stand here in the doorway
Can you move further
and
than
look at the
that?
big man and grin and say, "Come on, let's do this."
Can you move any further than that?
No, I actually only had 10 feet of movement
Okay.
left.
I was gonna say, don't be afraid of caltrops. I mean, the temporary hit points are gonna just soak that
Yeah.
shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's cool. I'll get on that shit next turn, but
You-
this way we
well,
can't get through the.
If you do it, like, it'd be all like McLean level badassery, like glass stuck in your
Yeah,
feet.
I
You're
know,
like,
right?
I don't give a shit.
No, this is pretty.
That
I've barely barely even kicked it into gear yet. I've just been doing Eldritch Blasts and Spear Thrusts. Like, yeah, I'm good where I'm at.
So if I move in there, I can move like 15 for each square, right? Without stepping on them.
Yeah, it would be a total of 15 feet of movement for each square, so you could move
So I'll go
twice.
through. So I'll go through. That's a total of a 30-foot move. Then I'm gonna, as I'm moving, can I grab my light hammer and toss that at this stupid face goblin?
You didn't have a javelin left, did you?
No. Light hammer. I do have
Oh.
one light hammer, which I use for utility
Yeah.
purposes, but
Chuck
also
it.
for hitting things. I'm gonna chuck this because I'm gonna get my damn javelins back. It's redemption day for me. I say that as what do I do to this hammer?
Yeah,
Shit.
you throw it, it hits the wall, and it lands near your javelin.
Son of a bitch. I need some of that inspiration shit.
Falcors?
Alright, that's it.
Well,
Oh,
So when are you gonna start throwing your car keys and stuff?
Next turn. That's actually the goblins' turns.
Well, it's Falcor's turn, but yeah.
They're gonna... Oh, okay.
I'm gonna walk in here, be real careful on that first step of Caltrops, and I'm gonna try to blast this goblin.
Okay. He's still got his little wall of cover. Take a shot. That'll hit.
Pow!
Nice.
Damage.
You were inspired just from listening to that.
In the greatest spirit of chatting, you chat him.
Nice.
You burn
Super
off
chat.
his entire left arm, like shield and all, like everything. The whole left arm just gets melted away, but it cauterizes the wound. He looks like he's in complete shock, and kind of looks to you, and with his free hand just draws his scimitar and readies an action and ducks down behind the wall. If anybody passes by the wall, he's going to swing at them. But now he's in total cover. All right, Vok.
Yeah.
Vok, as you kind of look to Guy Slane, you notice that he's been playing his guitar, but he has something tucked under his arm. It looks like some sort of spear or something. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
All right.
It's your mama.
What?
What?
I'll just try to like 15. Oh, I'm gonna try and hide,
Okay.
I guess.
And yeah.
Well,
Go
like
ahead.
from the goblins' vision, you know.
No, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Finally.
You are hidden. Are you going to pop out and try and take a shot?
Yeah.
Okay. When you do so, you're still going to try and loose the arrow, but there is no target.
Oh.
He's hiding behind the wall.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
To stock one of your ammunition. I assume you were harsh popping out, so not really, you're just taking a shot at where you think they would be, or where you
Yeah.
remember they would be. So that's fine.
yep. And there's no one there.
No, he's hiding behind the wall now, because he got his
What
arm
a
melted
butthole.
off.
What a butthole. All right. Yeah. I'll just hang out here then.
Guy Slane walks over next to Felix, kind of looks at you, and then he kind of like shoulders the guitar, holds out the javelin to the left, and says, "Hey, big guy, you dropped this," and reaches it out across the caltrops to Thanok.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
You left it in a guy back, or you left it on the ground back there. And then as he's handing it to you, he kind of looks, like he's just kind of grinning, and he readies an action to cast a spell on the goblin if he pops out. Felix.
He dodges around the corner and just charges down the hallway and
Okay.
draws his spear as he goes and attacks.
So you will take. Hold on a second.
4,000 hit points.
16.
If I gotta clear
Right.
that wall to do it, I will.
I'm assuming
5,
it's
10,
4 to 16.
15. You can attack over the wall, or the wall to the left is broken, so you can move past it into his range.
So right here.
Yep.
Okay. So
Okay.
how much damage did I take?
Well, real quick, we got to do this one at a time because there's a bunch happening here. Caltrops will be doing. Make a dexterity saving throw. For each 5-foot square.
Damn.
Yeah, first one you stop on, actually. You take 1 point of hit point damage. So 1 point of temporary hit point damage. But your walking speed is reduced by 30. Or 10. Sorry. So it's 20 at that point. Then the next square, make another dexterity saving throw.
Yeesh.
That's
Another point of damage.
Yeah, so another 10 off of your speed. And one more square, because you'd have 10 left. Actually, no, it would reduce it of what you have remaining. Yeah, you'd stop there, next to Thanos.
Okay, so I'd stop here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd stop there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
5, 10, yep.
Man, this sucks balls. Well, in that case, if I'm only going to make it that far, I won't draw my spear, and I'm just going to Eldritch Blast that motherfucker.
He's still hiding behind the wall.
You can see him, yeah.
Okay,
So-
I Eldritch Blast
The wall. That's a good call. Okay, take the shot. Okay, damage. Okay. You blast the wall apart. It doesn't shoot through it enough to like hit him too, but it crumbles it enough so that he's now visible. Was there ready actions?
I look very pissed off and scary. I just want to look as pissed off and like rage.
Was I the only one with a ready action?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna cast a spell called Sharp Note.
Sharp note.
Nice.
Okay, so he puts the guitar down into his hand and then throws his hand across the strings. You see like a blade manifest off of the strings. It appears to be just made out of just magic, and it flies out and slams into the goblin, cutting his head off.
Nice.
If you've ever seen the movie, oh my god, why can't I remember the name of the movie? That crazy kung fu movie.
Kung Fu Hustle?
That's the one. Yeah, that guy who threw like weird swords and dudes with swords at people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome character.
The same. All right. So there is a loud. It's not super loud, but sharp note from his guitar that kills the goblin. Felix, your turn is concluded. Thanok, it is your turn again. We are still in the initiative order. If you are continuing to pursue the goblin who has so far gotten away.
I think I will continue to pursue it. I want to go 5, 10, and pick up any sort of implements of ranged weaponry that
5, 10, which will actually count for 30, because again,
30.
half your movement to move into a square. And then you can pick up your items if that's your action. Do it, all of them, or you can pick up one if you just want to pick up one.
Yeah, I had well, I want to pick them all because I had like
Okay.
2 javelins, didn't I, or just 1 javelin?
Yep.
And a light hammer.
And since you're using your action to do it, you can also pick up the caltrops.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, I'll allow that. So you pick up the caltrops. If you have a spare bag, you can put them in it. Otherwise, don't pick them up. Pointless.
Yeah, I have my piss bag, but you know.
Fair enough.
It
So
doesn't, I
Just
can't
like
put caltrops
pick them up and move them out of the way.
you kind of
I'm
jostle.
bringing a
them.
broom from now on. Just,
Yeah, bring a broom.
You pick up your light hammer and your javelin.
Cool.
Of course.
So teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
So things on our shopping list: a crowbar and a broom.
Yeah. Crowbars are very useful when you're trying to...
And a rogue who can open doors, or a
Yes.
fighter who can break them.
Yeah, I
Fuck
can't
you.
break doors.
I'm gonna dash
Okay.
to right here.
Take it.
Hold on.
Ooh, you're just gonna take damage?
No. I'm gonna move. That's 45.
5,
It's
10,
55.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. How'd you get... What's your speed?
It's like 60 feet to get across.
It's...
I was in the first square.
Oh,
He was in
15.
this one. Oh, you're right. So it's
And
45.
then you're...
So
Oh,
it's
30.
45
10,
across,
15,
and then
20.
the
You still have 10. You still have 10. 'cause-
but I'm fine where I'm at. I
Okay.
think.
Yep, you would have popped into the Goliath Square, which is currently free. Good. Okay, so you hear goblins yelling on the other side, and then it sounds like similar circumstance. It sounds like the goblins are kind of gathering, and it sounds like that one is jumping over another wall.
Damn.
Jeez.
These goblins are the worst.
Boy, he's fast, man.
You do hear a door open as well on the other side. All right, Vok,
Yes, that is my name.
it is your up. If you want to do
I'm
some
gonna-
Prince of Persia shit, I'll allow it. Obviously, the failure is you falling onto some spike death trap, but of caltrops. But yeah, if you want to run along the side of the wall, if you're that kind of rogue.
10 out of 10, worth it. I will definitely risk a death to look cool.
All right, acrobatics check.
Oh,
Spoken like a true rogue.
Okay, you'll land in the square adjacent to Felix as your foot slips along the wall, and you'll fall. Oh, that's not Felix.
oh, that's not Felix.
You didn't make it that far. You fall into the caltrops. Because you're kind of falling into them, they do a little bit more than just the 1 point of damage. I'll go ahead and say a d6 because you're landing on it prone. Ouch.
Ooh.
Oh.
So I have 2 hit points.
Yep. You see him kind of like fall face first into the stone. You can see blood kind of jutting out from his nose, and you can see as he kind of picks himself up off the ground, not standing, still prone, but there are caltrops stuck in his extremities. All right.
He does not look good.
Okay, but you cleaned up that square of caltrops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always look on the bright. Always look on the bright side, guy. Guy slaying says as he walks up behind you. He's like, "You're looking pretty bad."
What does he normally look like?
Who?
Vok.
Oh, not this beaten up.
Isn't he a half elf? Is he
Yeah.
unconscious now?
No, he's still conscious.
No, I'm not unconscious.
Oh, I thought you got knocked unconscious. I was like, you revert to your normal self.
Go ahead.
I'm a human, bro.
Sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Guy slaying carefully walks up behind you, and when he gets to his position, he says to you, "Hey, man, can't be running around walls like that. You all right?"
No.
Well,
No, I am not.
let me see what I can do about that, man. And he says, "You shouldn't feel so bad. Groovy."
Groove.
Get 6 hit points back as he uses his bonus action to cast Healing Word.
Thanks, man.
He gives you a thumbs up. And then he kind of starts playing his guitar again, and his action will be to dash, so he will be moving. He moved into the space, and then he moved into your square. He would be right about here, because he's going to take the same route that Jason did.
Yeah.
And he's still playing his guitar. Felix.
I'm gonna try and move through these caltrops, trying to stick to squares that Thanok cleared off.
So you'll move 15 into the square right in front of you, then 5, 10, 15 onto the goblin's corpse. So 30 to get onto the goblin's corpse square.
All right, so from here, let me see. Do I take any damage from any of that?
Mm-hmm.
No damage? Okay.
Oh, you passed over one space. Sorry. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I thought he spent the 15
You're good.
though, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he did. Sorry. Forget what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. So I get here. I still got 6 temps. That's cool. And I guess, is this other door open or closed?
Open. If you can see through it, it's open.
I'm gonna. Okay. Well, I can't see it from where I'm at. I'm gonna
Oh.
dash.
Okay.
Go around here.
5, 10.
And I peer down the hallway and I look at the other two, and I say, "Watch my back."
You're still heroism, so you should be at full temporary hit points.
How much movement was that?
Well, no, not
8.
full temporary hit points. You have to lose all of your temporary hit points before you get the regen part.
30.
You currently have.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right. I'm gonna stay right.
You have 6 remaining temporary hit points, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. Okay. You see that there are a couple of training dummies that look like they have spears and arrows stuck in them. Goblin kind. All right. Down.
Bless you.
All right. So, is it my turn?
Yeah, you're Thanok, right?
I am. All right, I'm gonna move up here. And then that was 10, so that would be 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that right? Am I adding wrong? Holy shit! Oh, those are the dummies.
Mm-hmm. And then you see that there's another wall just like that one. Just as you appear to that square, all 3 of them pop up from behind the wall and will shoot at you.
Damn you, bastards!
Well, yeah, they've been lying in wait
Yes, they've been lying in wait.
for what feels like
Do I get any
forever.
cover?
No. 2 and 3, 4 damage.
4 piercing damage. Yes. All right. All right. Sounds good. I look like I'm bloodied.
Okay.
So, can I do anything, or is my turn totally over?
You just moved once, right? Or did you dash?
I just moved once. I think I
Yeah,
will
you still have an
actually.
action. And you have a bunch of
Alright.
ranged weapons gathered.
I do. I'm going to use second wind first, which is just a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna click on that. 5. Yeah, that's including my 2 for my level. I was just a crappy roll.
Yeah.
All right. So I get 5 hit points. So I have 16.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. And then I'm going to throw my javelin right at that guy here, right at this guy's face. That one on the left. I
Okay.
kind of clicked in between them all. Hopefully. Damn, I cannot hit shit today.
Same situation. The wall seems to be providing a bit of cover for them, quite a bit of cover, and it misses. The javelin is now stuck into that wall. Falcoris.
Dude, you are not having the best luck with these javelins.
I am not. I need to get close to something.
You see, as you're kind of rushing past Guy Slane, he says, "Hey man, if they're doing that hiding thing again, try and use some spells."
I don't have any spells.
He's saying to Falcoris as he rushes past. You're pretty sure that if you detonated that wall with the burning hands, it would go over it and wrap around it.
I was about to.
Melt their faces.
That's what I was exactly about to do.
It's like we're good DMs.
Man, right?
Go ahead and murder.
It's like I can right angle this and hit all 3 of those guys with my 15 feet from where I'm at. It's crazy.
Exactly perfect.
Let me raw. Burn, baby, burn.
That's enough damage to kill them, even if they were to save. Yeah, you just hear lots and lots of death. Do you still have movement, or are you out?
I've got 5 feet.
Okay.
So I guess I can duck back kind of behind this wall.
Well, it doesn't look like there's anything present. The only sound you hear is kind of the of a goblin in the room just to the left. Like they're starting
somebody's
to run.
just tired. Okay, I'll move another 5 feet up then instead. Why is my token being so stupid?
I don't know.
Me no likey.
I would also
The token takes after its owner.
make an Arcana check for me, Jason.
Okay.
This is more for fluff.
I actually have Arcana. Holy crap. Barely, but yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
So you definitely were. Your goal was to burn the goblins behind, so you kind of angled your burning hands up a little bit to kind of wrap over. Yeah. Mainly for fluff, what I was going to try and say is if you rolled good enough on that, you would have angled it down, so it would have blasted the bricks out as well. But
That would have been cool. Yeah.
yeah, I had to think of a fair way to allow for that. But yeah. Okay. The goblin on the other side, you hear it kind of and continue moving. Then you hear the sound of a door opening.
I'm gonna yell. Do we have to kill your whole clan just to get to you?
Yes.
It doesn't sound like it rushes through the door. It sounds like it just opens the door because it was locked.
Okay.
Make a just a wisdom perception check for me.
Ooh, bad at that.
I believe in you.
Yeah, you don't.
I redact my previous statement.
Actually, I'll give you advantage on it because it's pretty kind of in line with what you were just saying. What it does seem like he is doing, though, for you, is unlocking all the doors that lead up to his clan. So, this is kind of a benefit because you don't have to watch your rogue fail and lose a bunch of picks.
Excuse me.
Hey.
Anywho,
First of all,
Vox, speaking of you, yeah, cheer up. You do need to stand up from prone.
yep, I'll stand up.
Half your movement, and then half your movement again to move into the square directly in front of you. If you want to try and acrobatics it again, you don't have a running start.
I'm just gonna step carefully and
Okay.
action dash, bonus action dash, regular movement speed.
So your first 30 movement would be here, and then if you move into this square here, you're free to go just normal speed. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
So
30,
just
35,
put me where I can go, like behind someone in this room. Can I make it there?
You want to get behind somebody? Well, you can get past that room. That's not even the room they're messing with. If you want to get behind somebody, you're going to disappear and appear in a different location.
Wozers.
You're on the other side of the wall, to the left.
Okay. Is this the direction that we came from? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just hide like right here.
Yep.
Nice, safely between these two buddies.
Okay. Alright. And coming up in the rear, the bard. He's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And when he gets there, he says, "Which way do you go?" He kind of looks to the door to his left.
Through there? Well, not yet.
The one to the north?
They go through there?
Yeah, okay. He kind of goes, okay. And then he kind of like, shoulders his guitar and starts to hustle a bit. Oh, oops. Why is it not? There it goes. Apparently you can't try and talk while you're doing the manipulation. You see him get to the door and he goes, "Hey, little buddy, slow down!" As he's kind of rushing over to the door. You don't know if it works, but Felix, you're up.
Oh wow! I just step around the corner and see nothing but murder.
Yeah, that's me.
He's a murderer.
Is this other door over here locked?
Do you check it?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over here and check this door.
Okay. So your action is trying to manipulate the door, and it is locked.
Yeah. Okay. I step aside and I say, "Vok, check this door out."
We all know how that's gonna go.
Landline companies don't want you to know about.
What don't
So,
want
that's
us to
it
know
for
about?
me. That's my turn.
There's commercials.
Whose commercial is that?
Felix done.
I don't know, man,
Then
but I'm curious. What don't they want me to know?
That you can make your dick bigger.
Whoa!
It's Jason. We can hear your.
I can make my pee-pee bigger.
Thanos, what are you doing? Are you trying to put some sick 80s guitar on? Because that's dope.
No, I'm not. I'm going to just move.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get right behind Guy Slane. And if you want to move past him, it looks like he's trying to negotiate, but if you want to move past him, you could dash into the room. You could probably get to
I will dash in.
creature in question.
So that would be 40 move. There's nothing. Oh, is this door open too? Wow.
Yep, and there's the goblin.
Oh, okay. I'll
And
go.
he just opened the door. In one hand he's holding a key, in the other hand he's holding a bow.
I think I can move all the way there.
Yeah.
If I dash.
I just said that, yeah.
All right. I can't pull out an axe while I move, can I? That's an action.
Yeah, no, you don't have a weapon drawn. You pick them all up.
I have bare hands.
Yeah. You didn't say you put
And they're
one in your
strong,
hand.
bare hands.
Okay. You can draw one weapon.
I can draw a weapon?
Yeah, you can draw a
Well, then I'll
weapon.
draw my axe.
Yeah, you're not putting any of them
I'll draw
away.
my axe.
Yeah. I
No,
was
I'm just drawing an axe.
mathing that in my head, but yeah. You draw an axe and rush over to it. Okay. Buck horse.
Well.
Stand still, little guy.
3, 4, 5, 6. About fucking time. I
Okay.
blasted.
Well, as you're about to do so, you hear Guy Slane behind you say, "Hey, hold on a second."
Okay, I don't.
Do you hold? Okay. He's like,
Yeah.
"Let's give him a chance to surrender." And in Goblinoid, he says, "Hey."
What?
He says, "Hey, surrender," in a weird language you don't understand.
Okay. All right, man.
The goblin looks at him and appears to be holding his action, looking like he's getting ready to run, but he's kind of looking at Guy Slane like confused. Thought?
The end of my turn. I'll just stand here and watch.
Okay.
I just like to watch,
Alright.
you know?
For flavor, Thanok, are you trying to maintain a hostile, like, kind of intimidating posture?
Yep.
Okay. So the goblin, very quickly, kind of looking at the situation, watches this Guy Slane kind of walks into the room, and he's kind of like, and Goblin is like saying something. It sounds like he's repeating the same word or two. It sounds like he's trying to like calm him down, but the Goblin kind of like growls and quickly puts his arrow up and fires it at Guy Slane. I'm shooting myself.
Not cool.
Hold on a second. He has disadvantage because he's firing in melee. And he misses. And just need to make sure I understand. Oh, I didn't. Never mind. I'm not going to even try to do the thing I was trying to do. I was going to try and test my spell to see if it was good. I didn't write it down in Roll20's character sheet. So just in response, he'll sharp note him. Damn it.
Huh.
I was going to try and browbeat. He misses. And then you can take your held action, Firebolt, and if you like. You already did. You would have hit with that. And what's the damage on that?
5.
Okay. He does not fall. He will. He did take the action to shoot, but he will still disengage as a bonus action. Oh, no, he did it as a reaction. Never mind.
Is
Felix.
he sure he doesn't want to surrender, like, at this point?
No. He seems to be annoyed at Guy Slane.
Oh.
Like maybe many others are.
Hey, bro, how can you be annoyed at Guy Slane?
He's the fucking coolest, man.
He's a guitar hero.
Felix.
So did the goblin already like sprint off?
No.
Alright, so
Hop in,
Felix
Eldritch Bolt.
hears. Yeah, Felix hears like the flash of a firebolt, and it's like, oh, and Vok didn't come open the door like he thought he was, so he continues on this way. So let me see, 5, 10, 15, and then Eldritch Blast the.
Okay.
Wait, what door was I supposed to open?
Hit. This
Your Eldritch
door back here.
Blasting, Ghislaine.
No.
The goblin.
Yep.
So
Oh,
Oh,
there
I
you
didn't even
hit.
know there was a door there. If I had known there was a door, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would have tried on. Whoops.
8
I'll-
damage.
Okay, yeah, it kills him. And Guy Slane kind of looks over at you, kind of gives you a nod, and then looks to Valchorus and he says, "Man, I was hoping we could reason with these goblins, but it seems like they're hell-bent on killing us." He kind of walks...
Felix sighs and finishes the rest of his movement into the room. He ends up over here.
He kind of walks over to this door and shuts it. Okay, what would you like to do immediately following the Chad obviously doing what you said you did. Valchorus, what are you doing immediately after the fight?
Well, I'm not much for goblin suffrage as is. So maybe we can... I'm gonna go up here to this door just in case Vok opens it and something needs blasting. And I'm just gonna
Okay.
prepare to blast anything on the other side of that.
Okay.
Well, there's a door there, and there's another door to the south of us.
That's the one he's talking about. If Vok goes and opens that door down there, he's in a position to fire at whatever comes out.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
And then Thenok, we're out of initiative. We're really just kind of flying on what you want to do. What are you doing?
Well, I think what I would want to do most all.
Guy Slane closed the door that the goblin was going into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
He kind of looks
Yeah, I
at
think-
you as he reaches down to the goblin, and you can see him kind of pulling the key off of the goblin. He kind of smiles. "I really like keys. I'm really sad I didn't get to go with you guys last time. I heard you pissed on a troll."
Well, you had to understand the what was going on, like the whole scene. We had a burning troll, so then you had to piss on it to put it out. It was only logical.
It's a really good story, man. And he kind of smiles and he says, "Well, we've got the key," and he locks the door. And he says, "If that's the way they were headed, I'm assuming that's where the Goblin Clan is. We might want to approach it with a little bit more caution. Let's go check out that other door. One of these keys might work on it."
All right.
And then go ahead.
Your name should be Troll Pisser now. Thenok Troll Pisser.
That's really good.
Troll pisser. Instead of skull splitter, yeah, I have been splitting. I'll change it to troll pisser.
Juan, go ahead and go with a Thieves' Tools check to try and open that door.
Sleight of hand.
Dexterity, Thieves' Tools. But if you're proficient with Thieves' Tools,
I am proficient. It doesn't help. My sleight of hand's way better, but it's
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't open.
it does open. You kind of reach in
Oh,
and start
sure.
picking at it, and yeah, you hit the DC just enough because the lock is in your favor, because you're on the side that you're trying to hold close. Like, there's no mechanism on the other side that there would be necessity for a key. Do you get what I'm saying? If you get locked in, you get locked in.
I gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, the door opens, and inside You see what looks to be like a small little dungeon, in the literal sense, not the colloquial Dungeons and Dragons sense.
Like the sexual sense?
No.
Is there a harness in there?
There is not. There are 3 kobolds that are chained to the floor, very similar in style to the. Actually, they're tied to the floor. It's crude rope, pretty thick though, that's tethered to an iron spike. All 3 are tied to the same spike. And then on the opposite side of the wall, there's a cage. There does appear to be something inside of the cage, a small creature.
I found a man in a box.
And then
I'm a man in a box.
you hear a, hello? From the cage.
Who
How you doing?
Hey, you're real people. He smiles.
Yes, I am a people.
Awesome. Hi. Did you kill all the goblins?
No, but we heard him.
Oh,
We got a lot.
why are you here?
We were working our way through this dungeon, and we killed a bunch of goblins and found this room.
Huh.
Are those things still alive? He says. He looks over at the
Let-
kobolds.
Let me out.
Who is this? Who are you? Is it a human?
It's a gnome.
It's a gnome. How interesting.
Get me out of here.
I don't trust gnomes.
Why don't you trust gnomes?
I'm kidding. They're fine.
What?
I just don't trust random people we meet in dungeons. That's all.
Is there any lock to open this cage, or is it
Yeah.
chained shut? Or
It looks like someone's gonna need to unlock it.
do you want to use that? Does a key work?
Well,
or,
Guy Slane's not over there yet. He looks back at Felix and he says, "You gonna watch the door in here?" Felix?
Felix looks at the door, then he looks to where Ghislaine is, and he says, "Yeah, but I'll watch it from over there."
Okay, good call. That spell's gonna run out soon. I'm glad you let the motivation take you. And he goes "Bring" on the guitar and then walks away. Alright.
Felix can't help himself, and he cracks a smile.
Vok.
And then he moves to the door where Ghislaine was and readies an action to cast an Eldritch Blast.
If anything comes through that door. Perfect. And then, Vok, do you want to try and open the door before Guy Slane gets there with the key?
I'll just say we have a key. There's no need.
Okay. Guy Slane walks over and says, "Hey, little guy." And unlocks the cage and lets the gnome out.
I would like to ready an action though. If he gets spooky on us, I'm gonna give him some stabs.
He gets out, and you can see that his clothes have basically been kind of removed from him. He's just wearing, mostly just a loincloth. But what you do notice is he's holding something in his hand, and when he gets out, he kind of reaches his mouth into it, just kisses whatever it is. He goes, "Yeah. Awesome. Hey, freedom." Alright.
Where are you from, little man?
Oh, me? I'm from Waterdeep. Yeah, I was, that's where I'm from. I was heading to, I was heading away from a town called Oakhurst, not too far from here, I think. And then, I was on the old road, which you're not supposed to take. They say it's covered with all sorts of creatures, and sure enough, goblin bandits came out of nowhere and got me. Fortunately, though, for me, Glitter Gold was with me.
Yeah, I can see that. Very lucky.
Very lucky.
You could have rotted in here.
John?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a.
What?
These 2 doors, this door to the north of me, does it look like it opens in or out?
The door that you're looking at, or the door that you're at now?
Both of them, I guess.
Oh, the door to the north looks like it opens in the same fashion as the door that you're looking at right now on the opposite side of the wall. It looks like it's locked so that you can't get in. A key is going to be required.
Okay, that's fine. While I keep an eye on these doors, I'm gonna start moving all the bodies into a pile.
Sure.
So I basically throw all the goblin corpses here in this. Yeah,
The
basically
corner.
just pile them in this room.
Let's loot all the bodies now.
Okay, back to the people who are talking to the gnome. Do you have anything
Yeah.
you want to talk to him about?
So what did you do? Were you a merchant?
Kinda. Really just kind of looking for things to do. Waterdeep's a pretty big city, but the more you travel around, a lot of things kind of feel the same, you know? Have you lived in Waterdeep for a long time?
No, not for long.
Yeah.
So,
Just a lot of the same places look the same in the noble ward, and that's where I'm from, so...
ooh, you're a noble.
Oh, I'm not a noble. No. No. No, I'm a priest of Garl Glittergold, and a lot of people pray to him for protection, especially merchants. So, since I have a decent amount of coin in that regard, my temple is in the noble ward.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
you should really get out of here. We kind of cleared the way.
Oh yeah.
If you need help, we have a camp set up at the base of this sort of complex. We can show you the way out. It's really
Yeah.
not that hard to get back.
If you guys want to take me back that way, sure. Guy Slane says, "Yeah, I think we should probably head back to camp with this guy. If that's what you want to do, we should definitely make sure our experience here is well covered up, though, don't you think?"
Yeah, cover our tracks, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. What are these things? Are these things actually alive kobolds, or are they dead?
Yep, they're alive kobolds.
Oh boy, what do
I
we do
think
with
what
these
he's
guys?
saying, in a manner of speaking, is that we need to kill the kobolds.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. Guy Slane walks over to the kobolds and he goes, "Hey guys." And then he starts speaking in Draconic. He says,
Oh.
"Hey."
What's he saying in Draconic?
He says, I'm speaking in normal tongue. He says, "Hey, you guys." He's speaking in Draconic, but I'm speaking normal so you can understand. He says,
Right.
"Hey, guys. From what I understand, your chieftain, Eustrail, I think her name was. Wasn't that right?" He says in common. Wasn't that right? Eustrail? Something like that? Did you guys get her name?
Yeah, I think that.
Do I know
was
too
what
much?
We heard.
Anyways, he cuts back to it and he says, "She's dead. And so are all the other kobolds.
Jesus.
I heard that you guys had a dragon, though." The kobolds go, "Tell me about the dragon, and we might let you out of here. How about that?" The kobolds kind of look at him. "He's small. He's not as big as our old dragon. Calcrix is the son of Freemass, great white dragon we worship. But he was killed by adventurers from Waterdeep. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be your lot in life, but look." He kind of looks over to everybody who's saying we should kill them, and he says, "Killing defenseless prisoners isn't really my thing. So, you can go for it, but I'm going to look at you a little less favorably if that's what you're wanting to do."
No, we don't need to kill them. But if we
Yeah.
leave them here, it's just
Oh,
as
no.
bad as killing them.
"No, we're not going to leave them here. We're going to take them with us back to the camp. We're going to give them the option. They can stay with us and help us out, or they can get the hell out of here. There's plenty of ravine down here for them to hide in. And if they come around our way, we'll kill them."
Yeah.
Obviously giving them that caveat, but yeah, they should know better
Felix nods in agreement.
they should know better to try and trouble any folk like us. And then the kobold says something in Draconic, and you understand.
Sons of Skyrim.
Felix, you understand. He said, the kobold says, "There were others like you. There were other ones that came through us, and Eustrail spoke to them. She showed favor to them. We were friends with them." Guy Slane says, That's a real bummer, man. You guys started attacking us, and that's what happened. I'm sorry you guys got caught by these goblins, but I'll let you know. If you go on doing your own thing, and you don't bother us any, you'll live long and know that the goblins that plagued you for so long, I'm sure, are all going to die down here." And he starts playing like a death metal beat. Let's get out of here.
Love it.
With all of his mean words and stuff, can I just I just like to chime in, do a little intimidation, say.
Do you speak
and
Draconic?
besides, no, I don't.
But
Oh,
you
never
didn't
mind.
know what
Damn.
you're saying. Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry.
I
But
like to threaten people. It's so much fun.
You can if you want.
I mean, they don't understand it though.
You can do talk in common, but they don't understand common.
Does anybody have any questions for the gnome before we move to the next step?
Well, we want to loot the bodies of those things we killed, especially
On the
that
way back.
hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that hobgoblin, because I want to know what kind of awesome armor he had.
Okay, so this is a pretty good stopping point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. We'll retreat back to the camp and basically kind of, secure everything that we've gathered along the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start saying things. I'm not the guy who's going to write these down. I'm just reading them. So someone else start typing them in the chat, okay?
Okay.
On it.
3,
Typing them in
4,
chat.
5,
Okay, cool.
6, 7, 8. 8 scimitars. About 65 arrows. 8 short bows. The leather armor on the goblins is useless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
I would
8.
not mind having one of those short bows and some arrows.
8 sets of caltrops, which you can bag up because the bags are actually behind the wall that they were in front of. So,
Ooh,
8 sets
I'll
of
take some of those caltrops.
for sure.
You can have as many as you want, as far as I'm concerned.
You do kind of investigate the room with all the boxes in it. You find the gnome's gear. I assume you give it to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll look
Otherwise,
through it.
okay. Damn, son. He has
What? I mean, not taking anything.
He's
I'm
a
curious.
rogue.
It's true. It's true. He had a set of manacles on him, which you can kind of get off of him with the keys. If anybody's interested in a set of manacles, if not,
I'll take those.
okay. Guy Slane will give you the key and the set and the manacles.
Are they fur-lined manacles?
Urki has a gnome suit of half-plate armor. He also has a mace, a shield, and his holy symbol, which looks like it's made out of gold.
Oh.
But it looks like it's very noticeably going to be missing.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother typing that stuff. I mean, if you wanna
Yeah, no, he can have it.
stealing shit off the brand spanking
I'm
new
not stealing
MTV.
shit off of him.
Okay. So he gets his
He's
stuff.
pretty friendly.
And then let's continue. The hobgoblin has a suit of scale mail armor. That's functional. I'm sorry, chainmail armor.
All right, chainmail, sweet. I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
No, I don't think.
And-
I don't think it would actually boost my AC.
I'll have
Unless
to get
it-
it adjusted, but
A
still.
long sword and a long bow. He
Ooh.
had 5 arrows.
Nice.
And who in your group do you want to have be the party representative? Who do you think?
I would not mind having that longbow.
Who do you think would be functional as the party representative for the group?
Probably, in reality, it would probably be your character, but if you
Okay.
want to be somebody
That
else,
I will pick,
you know.
and I will pick Juan, since we share a same name. Only his is more Espanol. Go ahead and roll me
John, don't do this to me.
8d10,
You could roll something.
and then
Roll something
3d10.
sweet, man.
All right, what am I rolling here? Sorry, 3d10.
8d10, then 3d10.
8d10.
Yeah, there were 8 goblins.
52 and 16.
All right, 52 silver pieces, 16 gold pieces, and 1 platinum
Woo!
is what you managed to pull off of all of the goblins.
Sweet. 1 platinum.
Let me double make sure there was anything else. Nope. So position-wise, you definitely know that there's some strange circumstances present there that you definitely want to investigate. The fountain, the strange door, the prison cells, the doors that you haven't entered or exited through here. But obviously, making sure Urki gets back to, or the gnome, who you haven't asked the name of, but he tells you his name is Urki Timbers. And he is a priest of Garl Glittergold, and for the duration of his presence in the group, He can join any group that enters into the dungeon if needed, as a NPC assistant, or he can also supply benefits while he's in camp to parties before or after they arrive. That said, you guys arrive back with the 3 kobolds who do take the option to leave, and they just kind of climb off into the rubble, into the ravine, trying to find their way into the dark and underdark. And they swear on Ashmedea and on Freemas that they will not attack you ever again. And if they are in a group that says that they want to do that, they will kill them before they let them do it. They'd rather try and kill their own kin than die at your hands. All right. And
So you said they vanished into the Underdark?
yeah, well, the ravine has like a lot of like access points and rat tunnels and stuff. They're just
I gotcha.
getting away.
Yeah, they basically just like run off into the darkness and are never seen again.
Yep. You still get experience
Okay.
for defeating them.
Yeah, awesome.
No,
Fantastic.
they were prisoners. They're not worth anything.
This was a great...
Okay, so let me get you... Oh, I'm going to stop the stream, and then I'll get you all the experience here. Thanks for watching. And
No problem.
record it.
Oh, yeah.